What's going on, guys? Check this out. All the seagulls are nesting on that wall behind me. We are traveling in Norway at the moment. We've made our way from Trondheim to a place called Kristiansund, which is along the Great Atlantic Ocean Road, which have been nominated as the most beautiful drive in the world, which is really cool. So since we are on the road, I wanted to take the chance to talk about a few things that are going to make it, I suppose, a bit easier for you to excel at your jiu-jitsu early on in your days. And I wish when I was a white belt and a blue belt that someone had told me this. Hopefully we don't get shut on here. That's number one. And hopefully I'm somewhat sheltered from the wind, because if I show you here, we are literally right by the ocean and it is cold. It's about 12 degrees and it's going towards summer and it's super windy. Anyway, the first thing that I wanted to share with you is where a lot of people go wrong, including myself. I went very wrong early in my days, and even these days, you know, at times your ego takes over and you just decide to go hard, right? We've all had that person where we go, yeah, we're going to train easy, we're going to roll easy, and then 2 minutes in, one person picks up the pace and the other one responds, and then so on and so forth, and before you know it, you're going 110%, right? But the issue here is that you can't think, and that is so incredibly important, because Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is more about skill development than anything else. Yes, it's good fitness and blah blah blah, but for you to have fun, you need to develop skills so that you can see and understand what's going on, and so that you have a solution to the problems that your opponent is presenting to you, right? That's really what's going on. It's like human chess, so to speak. So the first thing you have to remember is that you don't start rolling at 80% effort. Start at 20%, because it's more likely that you're able to see and think about what's going on. And when you can do that quite comfortably for many rounds, pick up the pace, but don't go from 20% to 50%. That's wrong. It's literally wrong. Alright, there's not many things that are wrong, but that is wrong, because all of a sudden, if you think that you can go from 20% effort to 50% effort and think the same, sorry, but you can't. Go 25% effort. This is akin to me coaching someone in the gym, and we start at 20% effort or 30% effort in a squat, and then as the person is getting stronger and things are feeling easier and they can think about how they're positioning their feet, and when I say pull the bar into your shoulders, they know what that means. We don't go from 30% effort to 80% effort. No, it doesn't happen. We go from 30% to probably 32.5 or 35% maybe, right? And the same thing applies in the gym. So start rolling and training at a speed and a pace and an intensity where you can actually think. If you lose the ability to think, then you're going too hard, okay? The second thing is that we have to acknowledge, jiu-jitsu coaches as well, that there is only so much you can teach someone in class. It doesn't matter how well you structure your class. There is only so much you can share, and making sure that people actually absorb that and apply that when they're actually training and rolling and competing. So with that in mind, as a student, what you have to do is take responsibility and create almost your own curriculum at times that you're going to practice outside of class. It is very important that you practice what is taught in class. But again, let's say that you are, I don't know, practicing top mount. So you're on top of someone, you've mounted them. Now, if you're only taught one particular thing in class, then there are also another million things that you can do from mount that you have to learn. But let's say that you learn one thing in class. If you, on top of that, go and research, maybe pay for privates, whatever you decide to do, and learn another 2 things, now your repertoire is going to grow and you have a plan in place. This is incredibly important. Incredibly important. Another thing that I've had great success with myself and also shared with a lot of our students, and they've seen great results as well, is that you allocate 1 day per week to a different theme. As an example, Monday could be passing. So for maybe a month, you practice passing from headquarters as an example. Then Tuesday could be back control, anything back. So you are maybe defending back, attacking back, controlling back. But Tuesdays, then that's when you practice back. Wednesday could be side control escapes or escaping from bottom. So you could be escaping from mount, escaping from side control. So now you're starting to create a bit of structure for yourself. This is one of the things a lot of people complain about in Jiu-Jitsu, is that I don't know what to practice. I don't know what to do next. I feel lost. So if you take me up on these things, you're going to see incredible progress in your Jiu-Jitsu, and you're going to have a bit of structure. It is not perfect, but it's going to suit a lot of people simply because you need structure. So start training at a pace where you can think. And as a little tip here, if you breathe through your mouth all the time, you're going way too hard. You should be able to close your mouth, breathe through your nose the whole time, and think clearly when you're rolling, seeing what's going on and how to respond and react to that. And then you need to reflect on that if you can't figure out a solution and you get submitted. And guys, tap. There's nothing wrong with that. Please tap. And then you need to create some kind of a structure for yourself during the week or the month or the quarter or the year or whatever it is, right? You need to have a plan as to how you're going to go about practicing your skill development in Jiu-Jitsu. One thing that I'm going to leave you with as well that we haven't discussed so far is the importance of remembering that the translation of learning a new skill and applying that during high intensity roles such as competition takes a fucking long time, guys. A long time. We're talking 6 to 18 months of diligent training. See, I don't think they agree with me. 6 to 18 months of diligent training for something to be applied successfully during high intensity roles. So just because you've practiced, let's say, I don't know, a guard pass for 2 weeks and you think that it doesn't work, don't fucking give up. Keep going. All right? Very important, guys. Incredibly important, because 2 weeks in the span of understanding skill development and for that to be translated into a successful thing to do in competitions and on the mat during high intensity roles takes way longer than 2 weeks. So sorry to burst your bubble, but that's just a reality of skill development and the human body actually being able to acquire that new skill successfully long term. So that's it from Seagull Town. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, you put them below.